news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Let's head over into the drone newsroom with our news guy telling you everything you need to know about the drones. It's Jeff Sills. What's happening, buddy?
Well, let's see. To start it off, we have DJI revealing, or I guess leaking, the potential of a new Mavic, the Mavic 3. So there's been some photographs and information thrown around that it's going to have like a 5 milliamp or 6,000 milliamp battery, a huge increase from the one in the Mavic 2 Pro, that it has a longer flight time, expected to reuse the RC231 controller from the Air 2S. Just, lots and lots of, I guess, hints at ideas of what people think they know about this, but obviously we'll know more about it when DJI gives it to us.
Yeah.
Did I read today where when you power it down, the gimbal locks? Good idea or bad idea?
Well, I mean, if it has the ability to auto lock the gimbal, then it is a good idea, because the gimbals traditionally on the Mavics have been one of the biggest weaknesses.
Okay.
They're very, very delicate.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen is they're gonna promise a Mavic 3 and then give us another stupid smartphone gimbal. That's what they're going to do.
Well, and Ken, I've got a great idea for you, because DJI introduced the Osmo Mobile 5, which apparently is going to be the successor to the Osmo Mobile 4. And this is going to come in at a rough price point of about $188. It is going to potentially have a extension built inside of it, so that it has its own extended arm that will give you greater flexibility in shots. So with a lower price point, and the fact that they're also going to be re-releasing the Osmo Mobile 4 in a $99 format, that's not going to have the magnetic mounting system that the original one did. That just shows that they're pushing the market a little bit more, since you didn't get your Phantom 5.
Oh, man, and their teasing program, it just had the number 5 and high 5. And I thought for sure it was going to be a Phantom 5. In fact, I was so sure that Geeksvana and I did a live stream on his channel, and this is how that went.
I actually wonder if it's something else completely. I have a sneaky feeling it might not be.
Why are you such a pessimist?
I'm glad you're sat down. I'm glad you're sat down, because I don't think it's the Phantom 5. I have to say that's my personal and humble opinion. I don't think it is.
Well, as you people know, I am
you
best
people?
buddies with DJ. You drone people. I'm best buddies with DJI, and they send me all their stuff. I've got an NDA, but who need? Here, I got my NDA right here. Yeah, I don't need that. Get it? I've already got the Phantom 5 right here. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. And what they've done is they've gone with a retro look. They made it look like a Phantom 4. You know how they do with like the VW Beetle?
Yeah, absolutely.
Make it look like the original. So that's what they're doing with this.
I mean,
I can't show that to you anymore. I'm gonna get in trouble. And my dreams were shattered by this damn thing.
Haven't they done all they can possibly do with handheld gimbals now? I mean, what's left? What upgrade can you give us?
I tell you what's left. A pharmaceutical company developing a drug that will make our hands steady.
Yeah.
That's all they can do right now. But do we need any more gimbals? We don't. No, we don't.
Well, in that case, then we'll just skip on with some more news.
Let's do it.
The electricity provider Osgrid had a problem recently where they had a power line that had twisted. And so they came up with a rather unique way of using a 3D printed hook to untangle the drone, or to untangle the lines using a drone.
Okay. And now normally this would be done with a helicopter and dudes up there.
Yeah, because this is 800 meters of twisted power lines, and it's in a very remote and an inaccessible part of the electricity network for Sydney's northern areas. And so the winds caused the winding in the lines, and so the drone was able to go in, and with this rather innovative hook that they created, was able to untangle the lines.
I mean, that's simplicity, right? You don't need all this super duper helicopter stuff. You just get a drone with a string and a hook on it.
Yeah, at first when I read it, I was like, did the drone have enough strength to 800-meter line.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of power it needs.
Did. Yeah.
Are the lines powered when this is happening? I guess you can't turn off high tension lines, can you? Or can you?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say whether or not they powered them off. I would imagine that they didn't, which is probably the reason why they used a specially designed 3D printed, hook.
A tether, right? Because, that would short out the lines if it wasn't. But the drone's not touching ground, so that's fine. That's why they use helicopters with dudes in it. Very cool. Yeah.
Good stuff.
I like that.
So on a sadder note, we've heard lots of stories now coming out of Louisiana and the affected states from Hurricane Ida. And of course, naturally, whenever one of these events occurs, we get drone video footage. And so this is some video that was shot in Louisiana for one of the neighborhoods that got hit.
Yeah, it's sad because everybody's talking about how well the levees did. They built them up from Katrina, and they did work, but still, it's not going to keep everywhere from getting flooded, as you can clearly see here. Wow. So, man.
This thing had, sustained winds between 130 and 156 miles an hour. So, it was going to be devastation one way or the other. Wow. It's just, hopefully they're able to recover from this, quicker than they did from the previous hurricanes. And obviously, of course, we're hoping that the loss of life is maintained as minimal as possible.
You have to wonder, in all seriousness, what their insurance rates are like. Like flood. Can you even get flood insurance in an area that was affected by Katrina?
Yeah, somebody in the chat let us know. I wouldn't think so. I mean, every insurance company there would be broke, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I don't know how they would handle that. I know that there's a couple of people that are in the drone community that have messaged me about friends and people that they knew that were in the Louisiana area that had been impacted by the hurricane. So obviously, to any of our drone community that is in those areas, we wish you the very best and hope for a speedy recovery.
And I make fun of Louisiana all the time. Louisiana! But you know who lives there? Tater, he's been affected by hurricanes and bad storms. So, there's a lot of taters down there dealing with things from these storms. And our hearts go out to them.
All right, so next in the news, this one I love because it's Texas. Okay. A Texas startup company has developed and is going to start selling drones and software specifically designed for police, fire, and medical workers. This is the drone that they're working on being able to push out. It's a young company. They're new. They're called Paladin, and they're based here out of Houston. And they the first drone that they made was called the Nighthawk, which was a custom-made drone. But this technology is specifically designed and will be marketed to first responders. So I'm really kind of looking forward to seeing that propagate out. Like to see if Splendora gets a hold of one. Might reach out to Paladin and let them know that, hey, Splendora's got some drone pilots.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
That's what happens. The counties get jealous of each other, and they try to one-up each other with technology, which is fine,
It's a Houston company, so Splendora would be a great place to start. So it'd definitely be worth chatting them up.
Yeah.
All right, so next in the news, the Delta Police Department is using drones to spot street racers.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Which is devilishly clever because you get up high enough and you can't really see them. As a street racer, I'm not a street racer, of course, but I know people that do drive their cars beyond the speed limit. And, you can usually see a police helicopter, but a drone, maybe not so much.
Yeah, not so much. Yeah. So they're using these drones as in an enforcement effort starting on August 26th. They've actually impounded vehicles traveling up to 157 kilometers an hour. And the drivers were served with tickets for excessive speed, and the vehicles were impounded for up to 7 days.
So a drone can go that fast? It's not. I mean, it's...
No. The drone is
static,
not chasing the cars.
Okay.
The drone is recording the evidence that they need to be able to go and arrest the cars.
I got you.
The excessive speeding costs for these places, these are tickets. They're $360, $483 fines. They're not cheap fines. So
what would be a great deterrent to speeders and pretty much everybody is if police department's hired our guest tonight, Master Sergeant Kent McDonald, to do traffic with these. If you saw one of those above the highway, wouldn't you slow down? I would.
No offense, but if I saw one of those, I'd know it's landing because those things fly much higher than they're going to be able to see them.
Yeah.
I got a feeling old Ken Heron would try to outrun it one way or the other.
Well, I mean, if it's down that low, you can see if it's loaded up with armaments. So I might.
Yeah, the one thing I will admit about your guest that I'm truly jealous of, is that we get all excited when we can fly our drones 25 minutes, 30 minutes, even 32 minutes occasionally, and he's flying his drones a lot longer than that. I'm jealous.
Oh yeah, we're gonna find out a lot more about that in just a little bit.
All right, so next in the news, Drone Hub and Pentacomp, a company in Poland, have come up with a new life-saving measure. They're developing a drone that launches out of a pod, but this drone delivers external defibrillators.
Oh, good.
And so this is an automated system that basically, if you're in a situation where a defibrillator is needed, you would be able to either call or send a signal that you need this, and it would localize to where you were, and the drone would fly to your location and drop the defibrillators. Now, I know, Ken, how you might not feel happy about getting tube socks in your drone, but the drone defibrillator, I think, is a really kick-ass
Oh my
idea.
God, yes, absolutely. Delivering, medical supplies, defibrillators, blood, organs. I'm all about that. That's great. And
so this is going to start in Poland, and hopefully we'll get some more feedback in the news as to how well this project pans out.
Oh, and thank you from my producer that doesn't exist. Thank you, I appreciate that. I have some additional information. Apparently, if this little thing doesn't get there with the defibrillator in time, like you really need it fast, it can hover over you, over the victim, and just shoot down the electricity and restart you. I'll still send you a bill.
It wasn't funny until you did that. It wasn't funny until you did that at the end.
Back to you in the newsroom.
All right. So next we have sort of a feel-good moment. This is a farmer that made a wonderful tribute to his aunt using a drone.
Oh, this is pretty cool. Check this out.
When Ben Jackson was unable to attend his aunt's funeral in Queensland due to the lockdown restriction, he decided to do his own unique send-off on his property. Using some grain and lots of sheep, the farmer managed to create a heart shape and flew a drone overhead to capture the moment.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh, wow.
The video then was played at his aunt's funeral alongside one of her favorite songs, Bridge Over Troubled Water. Ben said, "If this just brings a smile to just one person's face, she'd be one very proud auntie right now."
Isn't that cool?
That's awesome.
What a great idea.
That is an exceptionally creative way of using a drone. I love it. I thought that was great.
That's really cool.
Next, we have a rather not, I guess, so creative way of using a drone, because this drone video footage also comes out of Hurricane Ida. But this drone video is, I guess, the bonehead of the week for us, because these guys caught looters breaking into an ATM with his drone.
Oh yeah, and they didn't even they didn't even realize it. Let me here you go. Check this out. So they're in there at these washed out cash machines.
And he's working away at it. I mean, he's just really trying to do his best to get inside there. And it's when his friend comes up, and he's like, hey, are you making any headway? And then he looks up.
Yeah.
It's like
He's like, I'm out. What idiots, man!
Yeah,
What
he comes
idiots!
out real quick.
There's a drone right there. I'm gonna step outside.
And he didn't even tell his friend.
No.
He just walked. He's like, okay, no. Wow.
Well, there you go. Yeah, they don't exactly consider them smart. So
No.
All right, so NASA is getting into, I guess, some more things to help us out with drones. They're working with a company out of Kyoto to make wind maps for drones. I guess to help you understand this, the low-cost LiDAR sensors that can be used to detect hazards, like wind shear and allowing unmanned vehicles to operate in urban environments.
Yeah.
This is going to help them by studying the wind currents,
right,
and things.
Okay.
To be strengthen drones to be able to fly in areas that normally they probably would have had more difficulty.
So what is this thing here? What is that?
That's basically a measurement system that they use to take the measurements of the wind.
Okay, but it looks fragile. It looks like it can break. I mean, you don't want to break the wind, right? Hey, measure this wind. Right?
It never ceases to amaze me which one of the stories you're going to take off with, but that was it. Yeah. So this
machine measures. It measures the wind.
Yeah.
This
anti-flight machine will also assist in the use of being able to use autonomous drones and
yeah. That sounds great. But look, Jeff, if you're at the company that's making a device that measures the wind, a couple of the knuckleheads are going to fart near it and see if it measures it. How accurate is this thing? Let's give her a go. I would. Jeff, you would. Come on. You'd fart on the wind measurer thing. You would. Admit it, Jeff. Admit it. You would do it. You would do it, Jeff. Yes, you would.
I am not
yes, you would.
any such thing.
Okay.
Absolutely
all right.
not.
Let's move on to the video that everybody wants to see.
Yes, because this is the reason why we exist.
Yes.
Is to show you videos of alligators going up in smoke.
Yes. So where did this happen, Jeff?
This is in the Florida Everglades, and there was a group of people that were, I guess, part of a tour, and they...
That's the LiPo, by the way. It broke the LiPo battery, and that's not good for alligator. It's not good for anybody.
No.
But was the alligator okay?
Well, obviously, I'm pretty sure the alligator got fairly, well burned from the battery, and obviously, some of the people that are, against cruelty to animals have been raising sort of a stink about this because of the fact of people sort of laughing and, and going on about this. But I mean, you have what looks like a DJI drone.
Yeah.
That this alligator gets a hold of, and he bites into a LiPo battery that even I have personal experience with exploding. Yeah. No,
but it is. You shouldn't be flying near animals like that.
Yeah.
And tough noogies that you lost your drone, but it's kind of hilarious, right?
Can we see it again? I want to see it one more time.
Sure. Yeah, check this out.
That's the first time I've ever seen it.
Okay. So there goes the drone, right?
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. I want to see the footage from the drone. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Surely he'll burp out the micro SD card.
Yeah. Look at that. He's just chewing. Alligators usually don't run across LiPo batteries. But
the fate of the alligator, from what I've been able to find out through multiple stories, is unknown at this point.
Jeff Sills, if you had to bet your paycheck, did he survive or didn't he?
If he swallowed any part of that LiPo battery, I would probably say no.
Oh, wow. No. Alligators are freaking dinosaurs, man. They can survive. Have you seen the crap that they eat? They eat license plates. He's fine. He could wolf down an entire toddler in one gulp. He's okay. Hey, do you think an alligator has ever eaten a person who is wearing Crocs? Nah, that would be ironic. That would be ironic. Awesome, Jeff. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Love you, buddy. Okay.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
This video lovingly sponsored by RemotePilot101.com. If you are serious about making money with your drone, whether it be photography or FPV, well, then you're going to need
from the FAA, a 14 CFR Part 107 certification. And the best place to study for that certification is remotepilot101.com. Jason Shepard is a pilot and author of 8 best-selling aviation flight training books. And yes, taking tests suck, especially government tests. But Jason breaks it down into 10 easy lessons into little digestible pieces that even someone like me can learn from. And if I can do it, you can do it, by golly. Each lesson is streamlined. There's no fluff. Everything you need to know for the test and nothing more. Plus, it's regularly updated, so if something new comes out, a new regulation, or the FAA just has a mood swing, Jason will let you know about it. So protect yourself, get the knowledge, become a Part 107 certified drone operator. There's never been a better time to get certified, so get the smarts you need to pass that test at remotepilot101.com. Use Heron 18 to get 30% off. That knocks the price down to $104. Look at that! Boom! Magic time! You wouldn't drive without a driver's license. Don't fly without a UAS license. remotepilot101.com.